Happy Friday, and welcome to Kimberly in Portugal. I am an American expat living in Portugal, and this channel documents my journey as an American living in Portugal. So, I just want to share with you some of the challenges or things that I've had to overcome living in a different country. Today, I wanted to discuss brand loyalty and finding the products that I used in the United States but can no longer find while living here in Portugal. Now, that may seem to be a bit of a challenge, but if you think for a moment, we are all attached to certain brands. I know for me, I think of the things as far as laundry detergent that I've used for decades. Literally, certain laundry detergents, I've used them for decades. Body wash, it takes a while to find your products, and then we just kind of stay with the same products. However, when you move to a different country, you can't always stay with the same products. It kind of forces you to, to find different products to use. My first experience with this, in, being an expat in another country, was just doing laundry. You know, there was a certain brand of laundry detergent that I just loved in the United States. It was a liquid, it was unscented, it just checked all the boxes for me. However, as an expat, I didn't see that brand in Portugal. So I was a little dismayed initially, but I thought to myself, many companies will package their product under a different label. So I thought, I'll just search to see what the product has been repackaged as. Well, needless to say, my search turned up nothing. So I was resigned to finding a new product. And products or brands are like relationships. Once you have a relationship with a certain brand, you can just depend on it. Well, now you have to find a new brand. So really, this is like embarking on a new relationship. So I started kind of with the methodology that advertisers use. That was my approach to finding new brands of products to use. So I started with not the most expensive brands. I started, you know, how advertisers just kind of put things right there in the middle. So I didn't want the cheapest brand on the bottom shelf. I didn't need the most expensive at the top. So I just kind of thought, okay, I'll just start here in the middle at eye level to see what I come up with. I'll just test out a few of those brands. And that's really how I started. So I would just through trial and error purchase a product, see how that particular product performed, and that's how I determined which products I was going to start using. Some products were actually, some American products, to my surprise, I was able to find here in Portugal. Just to give you an idea, one product, the body wash that I use, could not find it here in Portugal. I had thought about having it shipped, but the cost when I went on Amazon of having it shipped, it just really didn't make sense. So I'm like, you just have to find another product to use. So I landed on a product that I had seen in the United States that was very familiar to me, Dove. So this is a branded product that's, like I said, a product I'm familiar with using. Well, actually, I didn't use it in the United States, but it's a brand I'm familiar seeing in the United States. So I just started using it here. So that was one thing, just kind of saying, you know, just be open to different brands. But like I said, Dove wasn't the only brand that I was used to seeing in the United States that I also saw in Portugal. Another brand that popped up was another skincare brand, CeraVe. So this was another product brand that I actually did use this cleanser on a daily basis in the United States. So I was pleasantly surprised to find it in Portugal. And it's actually a popular brand here. So I see it quite frequently here in Portugal. So I'm comfortable using it. As far as my oral care or my dental care, I used a different brand but I like whitening toothpaste. So I was able to find Colgate. Colgate is an American brand, and I see them all the time. The brand that I use, I did not find here, so this is the brand that I've actually had to switch to. So, and another product, as far as a skincare product, sorry about that, I'm digressing back to skincare, but I was not able to find the brand of skincare lotion that I used in the United States, so I switched over to Nivea. This is a brand that I see here quite often, and like I said, most of the brands that I would see in the United States, I just could not find here in Portugal. So I just started trying different brands. So you may think, oh wow, that's something you probably never thought about as an expat, that you would truly have to find other brands to use just for skincare, you know, toothpaste, lotion, deodorant, soap. But guess what? Water. Had to find a different brand of bottled water to drink too. So that was surprising, that the brand of water that I was comfortable with, because after you use a certain product for so long, you get used to the taste, the texture, how it performs, how that product actually works. So as simple as finding a brand of water to use, that was something else that I had to do. But the one thing that I found that was pretty consistent, that I didn't have to work too hard to find, to my surprise, may surprise you too. Most alcohol brands are labeled pretty much the same. So it's not hard to find, like, whatever alcohol you use. It's not difficult to find that brand, or I shouldn't say use, you drink. It's not difficult to find that. And even like the brand of potato chips. Now, I love Lay's, but this particular brand I didn't see in the United States. So to my pleasant surprise, it tastes absolutely delicious, but I was able to find it here in Portugal. Again, pleasantly surprised. You're probably thinking by now, well, is she getting paid to suggest these brands? I'm really not. But the struggle is very difficult finding the products that you use here in Portugal. Another brand from the United States that I didn't use, and I only started using because I see it here and I recognized it from the United States, is Palmolive. But you know what? Even though I just said that, I misspoke. I actually don't use it. What I use for washing my dishes is Fairy. Somebody suggested it. It's a Portuguese brand that's here. So that's what I use here in Portugal. Again, like I said, finding products has been a struggle. It's not easy. But you just have to develop a new relationship with new products. As I stated in the beginning, I struggled with laundry detergent, just doing laundry. You would think that's something easy, but I was able to find a brand of laundry detergent that I really like, and that's Persil. And then, to my pleasant surprise, this brand of laundry detergent is actually sold in the United States. I never used it while living in the United States. So I was pleasantly surprised to find it when I went home, that it was there. So that has really changed my perspective about a lot of products and the brands that I've been loyal to. In times past, really being honest with you, I was ride or die with my brands. If I liked you, I liked you, and I wasn't open to change. Whereas now, living as an expat, it's really not realistic to be brand loyal, because a lot of the brands that I saw in the United States, I simply cannot find here in another country. So the sooner you're able to say, or pivot and say, okay, I couldn't find that brand here in Portugal, let me try another brand, the easier your life will be. So those are my musings for today as far as brand loyalty and being an expat are concerned. I hope you enjoyed this topic. If you did, please go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, share the channel, and turn on notifications. Otherwise, have a great day.